Welcome to another episode of Sorry.
So we are canceled.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, man. Just get goofing. It's been a long day, bro. I am in Cozumel, Mexico. So yeah, I overnighted here, and
Are you part of the Underground Railroad quarters? Where are you?
no, it's actually a nice hotel, man. It's seriously, it's a yeah,
Except for
something like
your room.
actually it's a nice room. You just can't tell by you. Yeah, you gotta think it's a piece of shit, but it's actually really nice. I just don't have
We're
it.
judging that hotel by the Wi-Fi connection this nigga had.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, it was horrible. I mean, like my porn kept freezing.
It's just right at the balls.
Right? And then a frozen titty just suspended it. But yeah, so it's good, man. It's good. I'm good now, bro. I'm
You had a
good.
good weekend?
Fog, man. I work events, man. Let me tell you something. Well, it's hard on a cruise ship. It's weird because you don't really work with them, but you do, but you don't. But it was Vince and DJ Cooch, who's also a comic. Man, we had fuck. You know me, I don't really drink, but fucking Vince was buying drinks, man. And the first night I didn't work, but Vince did, and he bought me a drink. Man, I don't know how. Fuck, I was so fucked. I had one drink, one taste, and I was like Vince and Buzz. He goes, "What?" I go, "Yeah, man. I think I drank every fucking night, bro. You know me, I don't even drink, but I had drink every fucking night. I feel like Smokey from Friday. I don't really drink, but today I'm getting fucked up, and that's what I did, man. Yeah, man. So
Do you have
that's what
any
my
hangovers?
uh I slept till like 11 every day, so that's kind of a hangover for me. I mean, usually I get up like at 7:30, 8. Then I woke up at like 10:30, 11. Like I can't do this anymore, Vince. So it was bittersweet. I was like, I like seeing Vince, but fuck that shit. I don't know how he does it, man. Fuck that. Yeah, you can tell by my voice, man. I was up all night. We got off the ship. We're supposed to get out. We were supposed to meet at 6:15. The ship got in early. I didn't do laundry, and I did laundry and got through with laundry at 4:45 a.m. About to go to sleep. Then I could see the lights of Miami by the time I went to bed. And then I was just going to sleep. And then they called me and go, "Hey, can you be down the gangway?" I go, "Oh, fuck." So I got no sleep at all, man. So yeah. But, it's good, bro. It's good. I mean, that's a good problem to have. We had a good time. We had a good time. How about
I
you?
had I had I had four shows at Helium and one at a spot Mike G puts on, who's a local comic here, and uh, three of the four shows at Helium were really, really good. I didn't like one particular show just because uh, the vibe was off. But we got to talk. You know Mike G, don't you?
No, I don't know Mike G. Well, I might know if I see him. I might know if I see him.
Okay, so he, you know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna talk about it on there. I'll tell you off.
Man, no,
I'll tell you off.
no.
No,
Hey,
no,
hey,
no. This ain't no Cat Williams thing about to be happening.
who did you open up for at Helium?
Oh, Colum Terrell.
Was he good?
Yeah, he's funny. He's an Irish comic. He lives in New York. He been on Tonight Show. Um,
Okay.
he does podcasts with Shane Gillis and those guys.
Okay.
But he was funny. Yeah,
Okay.
good sized crowds.
So you ain't gonna tell me what happened with you and Mike G. Come on, Dion. Tell me what happened. Come on. You trying to tell me, Dion? You ain't got no. Come on, Dion. Tell me
You know,
now.
there's a point in your career where people ask you to do stuff, and you are like, I want to help this person, but at the same time, I've been doing this long enough to know that
It's
this
gonna be
show
a
is
shit
gonna be
show.
it's gonna be some bullshit.
It's gonna be a shit show.
Yeah, and so that's what happened on Saturday. I get there, and this crowd looks like they look like they're tired. They look like they're hostages. Just
Hired
when
hostages.
when you walk into a room and you're like, this isn't gonna go well for me.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh my,
So
yes.
when
Where
I
was it
got
at?
there, this place called Luxury Palace. I get there and I go, this isn't gonna go well for me. And Juan Ariano's there. He's like, "What's up, man? Welcome to the bomb." And I was like, "What?" he's like, "Yeah, we all bombing." I walk in and Mike G's up there just sucking the life, what little life the crowd had. It's just, I'm like, oh my God, he's going on and on and on. He gives the longest intro for the next comic I've ever seen in my life. It was like 2.5 minutes. I was like, her intro was Yaya the comedian. I'm like, that's all you had to say, but he talked for 2 minutes. I was just like, oh my god, this is gonna go awful. So she does her jokes, she's fine or whatever. I'm thinking I'm gonna ride her wave. This motherfucker talked again for another 2.5 minutes, and as he's bringing me up, he goes, "I work with this guy a lot. Give it up for Dion Curry." And I go, "I have never worked with this motherfucker before, and I'm never working with this nigga again." Fucking lie on me like that.
How'd it go? How'd you say it go? How'd you say it go?
It went exactly how you thought it was gonna go. It was
Okay,
awful.
was that his first time trying comedy, or is that the first night for
No,
that?
no, he runs a couple of rooms. It just
I mean,
when I
listen,
tell you when I walked in and the setup was all wrong. And I should have told Mike this, but I'm never gonna work with him again. So I don't really care how his shows go. But like they were way too far away. It was dark in the wrong area, bright in the wrong area. And he was doing way too much. As an MC, he tried to make the show about him. I'm like, it's not about you. You're just supposed to keep the show moving and keep the people. If the energy dips, you're supposed to pick it up. That's your
right?
job. And he was just, ugh.
God awful.
And I had to leave Helium to go do that show and then go back to Helium.
Damn.
Yeah. So
How close was it to Helium? How close
it
was it?
was 20 minutes.
Damn, you were taking a chance, bro.
Well, I told Avery and he was cool. He was like, we'll start the second show later if we have to. I
Man,
literally, I went there, I got in, I got out. I lost time because he talked so much. Like they only had the venue till 9:30. I got there at like 9:11, and I was
what,
supposed
what,
to do.
what was it gonna be
I
later? Like a dance club or something?
Yeah, yeah.
I hate that shit.
Latino night.
Everybody shows up. Everybody shows up.
Latinx.
For the, everybody shows up. Everybody shows up for the dance club, not the comedy. Yeah.
It was funny because he was like, "All right, we gotta wrap this show up because I only got till 9:30," and I went on at 9:21. It's past 9:30. He's still talking. I'm like, "See, you're doing too much. It's like you you're costing yourself." So it was just one of those things where he needs to, I like Mike G. He's got good energy. It's just he needs to change some things. And
My whole thing now is I hate to sound like a dick, but man, yeah, when I hear that, hey man, you want no. I mean, it's got to be an established something because I'm not doing that. Hey, we want to try comedy. You want no, because I mean that's the reason I'm working now. Because I think this weekend I originally supposed to be in Kentucky. I was supposed to be in Frankfort, Kentucky. The week is supposed to be Thursday through Saturday, right? For pretty good cash, and then it went Thursday, Saturday to just I think Friday one show, Saturday one show, and then I think Saturday one show for like $300. I go, I can't fucking do that. And they go, hey man, we're gonna just start now. I go, this went from a half a week to one night, and then I was like, I can't do this shit. That's why I took this shit. So I mean, I just can't. When somebody says it's a new venue, I'm like, call me up in 6 months, and then I'll think
so if
about
you're
doing
still open,
yeah, because 6 months is the amount of time it takes for people to realize this shit ain't gonna work, or hey, this shit's working. 6 months is, I mean, it's almost like a relationship. At the 6 month mark, y'all should be like, all right, it's time for this bitch to move in. You know what I mean, or something, because you can't keep going across town or whatever.
why not? Why not? See,
Nah, fuck all that.
you see, that's how you fuck up your relationship. When you put bullshit time pressure on yourself for no fucking reason.
No, I'm just saying it for the sake of this podcast. But I mean, I would never move in with nobody. Fuck all that. Hey, listen, on my apartment, I'm building it brick by brick. So far, I went out and listen, I went out and got a strainer, right? I came in from the road. Remember that one day we did the podcast, it was so fucking cold, right? That day I said, fuck it. I bit the bullet and went and got a pot that I could boil. So I could boil water in. So I went and got one. So now I got a strainer, a pot, and so then when I come back next time, I'm gonna get a bowl. So right now I'm literally eating out of the skillet. So when I come back, I'm gonna get a bowl so I can eat out of that, and then I'm gonna get a broom and probably what do you sweep the broom in, that little. Yeah, maybe
Dustpan?
a mop.
Oh,
Yeah,
dustpan.
pan. Yeah, a dustpan. We get a broom, a dustpan, and a
Those usually
mop.
come together.
Well,
This
okay.
motherfucker, that's how old he is. You had to buy him separate back in his day.
Hey, well, they wouldn't let us do it like that. Jim Crow laws. So, Jim Crow laws wouldn't let us. They wouldn't. They wouldn't
Can't
get us
have all
together.
these niggas out here sweeping up.
So yeah, man, I'm building a brick. I'm gonna have my shit. And somebody said, "Hey, man, I was gonna sell you a couch," and I go, "Man, nobody wants a fucking used couch. That's the nastiest shit in the fucking world, bro. A used couch. Everybody fucks on the couch.
Said
Everybody
the
fucks
said
on
the
the couch.
nigga who's buying his apartment. By the time he's finished buying everything, he gonna have to move the fuck out. Like, I finally got everything. Shit, my lease is up. I gotta go.
Well, that'll be a good thing. So we'll see. We'll see.
Sting said, I'm gonna buy a pot. I'm gonna buy a broom.
Hey, man. Hey,
how tight is your budget that you can't furnish your kitchen?
Well, I don't want to.
Say I need to boil the water, so I had to buy one pot. What if I want to make vegan hot dogs?
Hey, I'm literally eating out the skillet. So yeah, I'm gonna get I think I'm gonna get a TV next.
Just go to the dollar store and buy all the kitchen shit you need, bro.
No, my shit's gonna be elaborate. I mean, it might not be a lot, but it's gonna be nice. I'm gonna get, and then I'm gonna get like a spatula probably next. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, so you've been cooking with a fork?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
He ain't been cooking shit. He just been boiling water.
I'm a water boiling motherfucker, bro. Man, and you come to my house, it's like camping. You come to my house, it's like camping. It's indoor camping.
You got a fucking divorced single dad apartment with no kids.
Even divorced single dads are like, God damn, man. You ain't got no kids or ain't been married. Nope. You struggling, bro. You struggling. Yeah, man. But you
got
nice.
A prenup apartment. You got a divorced prenup apartment.
but it's nice though, bro. It's nice.
He got one sheet, no comforter.
I know. Actually,
sleeping in jackets,
leather jackets at that.
Hey.
Members only.
With his race boots on to keep his feet warm.
And a helmet.
Coming from the motherfucker who wears tight sweats and sandals. Okay.
Oh, fucking hell. He probably has the helmet to keep his head banging from on the floor.
Oh shit, that was good. I ain't gonna lie, that was good. So yeah, so basically that's what I'm doing. I'm building it brick by brick. So I'm gonna get a TV first. And then I think I'll probably get a soap, maybe a 2-seater from IKEA and put that shit together. You know, I can't see me having dinner parties. You know what I
mean? Not with the limited utensils you have.
Yeah. Hey, it's BYOPP. Bring your own paper plates.
You say you can have option A, sauteed, or option B, boiled.
Hey, I got paper plates. Hey, it's like a picnic. I got paper plates over here, napkins over here. And when you get through, you just throw them in the trash.
He said I can only make stovetop meals, nothing to nothing.
You guys want ramen or ramen? Which one?
Y'all want DJ ramen? Stovetop mixing for the ones and twos.
You want ramen or ramen? That's pretty much that's it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So you had a good weekend, I take it. You had a good weekend.
I had a great weekend. I sold 4 shirts, which I never sell upstairs, but people bought some merch, and that was a lot of fun.
Nice.
And I think I got a nice little viral clip coming from one of the shows I recorded. So
cool, man. Good, man.
Hopefully, you know. And I plugged the podcast, and some people said they was gonna check it out. So
nice. Nice, man.
We'll see.
Yeah, man. It was a. It bothered me the whole weekend. I swear I was watching. He said Nikki Haley clip, and she said America's not a racist country, and she don't even go by her real name. She said, and she tells how she won a beauty contest, and they took it from her because they didn't know what nationality she was. So you're not black or white, so they just took it from her. She goes, but it's still not a race. They did because she was in a rural town in South Carolina, and they took it from her because they didn't know what we don't know what you are. So until we find out, you didn't win, and they just took it from her. And she goes, but it's not racist. It's just that her and Tim Scott should form a fucking lawyer firm called Not Black and Not Black and Not Black.
Jigaboo party. It's just Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah. Her what's the other dude who DeSantis just quit?
The Satan? Yeah, I'm glad he did.
It's funny. It's this chick on Twitter said, boo boo, you gotta carry that baby to full term. Even if it's dead on arrival.
Yeah, I know what they're getting ready for, man. It's gonna get ugly, but yeah, hey, that shit pissed me. I mean,
shit. I'm about to delete all my hateful Trump quotes because when he become king and emperor, he coming after all of us.
Dude, why can't people see it's gonna be a dictatorship? That's all he wants, and people want to step in line. And you see what's coming. You see what's coming. Bruh. We all see what's coming. All see what's coming.
He didn't want to leave the first time. He definitely ain't gonna leave the second time. You best believe that.
People on his side call. I think Dennis Miller called it. He goes, the only thing, and he's on his side. He goes, you know what? He goes, my own problem is he's not going to leave. When he was ready, he goes, he's not going to want to leave. He's so full of power. He said he was an egomaniac beforehand. With all his shows, and he's a billionaire, and now you put him in the most powerful seat and fuck, bro, it's not looking good at all for anything. We are done in the water. We are fucking done.
We let the dumbest motherfucker. He's so brilliant in his simplicity, where he's lying, but he goes, but maybe I'm not. And you be like, what? Wait, what? And then you start questioning, well, maybe he's not. And by the time you figure out, of course, this dumb motherfucker's lying. He's already done moved on to the next thing. And it's just a pattern of doing it over and over and over again. He says it real slick, but right in front of your face. You call him on his bullshit, and he goes, maybe, or maybe not. And then people are like, wait, what? Some fucking genius shit, man.
Hey, total non sequitur. I don't know why, but I fucking love that Dallas got beat so bad by the fucking Packers last week. I don't know why. I'm just thinking about how Dak Prescott, that look he had, and CD Lamb's mom said, Dak ain't it. She said, Dak ain't it. Man, everybody's turning on Dak, and they keep the coach. They still got Dak, and the only home game they lose is the fucking playoff game. Like that. Jerry Jones was crying and shit. I fucking love it, man. I fucking love it. He was crying like a little bitch.
They said Jerry Jones was in the locker room screaming, Django.
he was Django.
Damn you, Django. Fuck Jerry Jones. Fuck the Cowboys. They're overrated. I love that dude's mom was beefing with his quarterback over social media. Nothing says dysfunction like your top wide receiver's mama calling you out in the press. Like, yo, it's one thing to have beef with your quarterback, but you can't have your mama. Like that. That's the Cowboys ain't never gonna win when that shit's going on in the building.
Well, he you know what? Jerry prefers the circus over the show. I mean, over the actual show. He prefers the circus. I mean, it's like, listen, man. But then again, people are always like on the Cowboys shit. Anyway, when they had that old stadium, had that hole in it, right? They want you covered. And so God can watch his favorite team play football. When you say shit like that, I mean, think about it. I mean, it's almost the same with Notre Dame. They had that touchdown, Jesus, like this in the end zone. It literally looks like the cartoons back in my day. Because it was drawn like this, and it was all like animated. Jesus is like he's high on meth. Like he's like, touchdown. Or maybe it ain't, and he's like this. And that's why people hate Notre Dame and the Cowboys because they think they're fucking like God's favorite team. Get the fuck out of here. Seriously. Yeah, and when Notre Dame called Miami the convicts, remember that?
Oh yeah,
Catholics versus the convicts.
convicts.
You know what the fuck that you know what that implied, man. And they got away with so much shit back in the day. Oh my god, it made me so mad. Versus the convicts, why? Because they black and kicking ass. I mean, they really
was whooping ass.
They back in the day, but if you think about it, they didn't really get in that much trouble like you think they did. I mean, the media makes it look like they did, but they really didn't get in much trouble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but you know how social media in America works, especially back in those days. Oh my god, when nobody listened to us before. I mean, woke. You know what they did? They hijacked the woke movement. I mean, the actual woke
absolutely
good thing. But now they took it and ran with it, and they
woke
twisted it.
Woke is woke. They did to woke what we did to nigga.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant. No, that's brilliant. No, that is brilliant.
They took our word and made it their word. And we're like, hey, give us woke back. And they're like, we'll trade you. And we're like, nah, y'all keep woke.
They did. They go, hey, guys, quit using that word. They go, you know me. Hey, look, y'all know good and goddamn well the difference between nigger and nigger and why you can't say it. So don't act like they put the onus on us. They do a great job of doing that shit. Y'all know what the fuck it's all about. I mean,
they say nigger to our face now. It's just woke. You're woke. That's just them calling you nigga. That's all it is.
Man, yeah. I mean, so you see what's going on, but still, they took that and hijacked it. They really did. So
I want them to get everything they want so they can find out it's not what they want at all. And by then it'll be too late. And I'll just be sitting back laughing as Emperor Trump wears no clothes.
It's already too late. I mean, there's no way where we go back to. But then again, what do we go back to? It wasn't like we were all just one big happy family. You know what I mean? I don't know what we're going to go back to, but hey, man,
there's nothing to go back to. There aren't any Republicans left. You're either a Trumper or you're independent because they don't have a party. So
yeah, hold on. Yeah, I think it's going to go out of battery power. Okay. Yeah, man, that shit is yeah, that shit is we're headed down a bad road. We're headed down a bad road, my friend. But it is what it motherfucking is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm watching this Bills Kansas City Chiefs game. Buffalo just missed a game time field goal.
Yeah, I'm watching that shit too. That's why I moved my fucking. That's why. And the earthquake. I'm moving this shit so I can watch the goddamn. I don't even watch the NFL. I mean, real talk. I don't watch ever since Colin Kaepernick. I don't really watch the NFL, but I go, man, this game is kind of a good game. I'll watch it. But for the most part, I don't really fuck with the NFL anymore. But yeah, I'm watching this shit. Yeah. So yeah, it ain't over yet though. But still, I don't really watch the NFL like I used to. I mean, I damn sure don't. But playoff time. So
yeah, I've watched the games. They were fun games. Detroit finally going to the AFC Championship game.
Good for them, but I still
second time in their history.
That's a goddamn shame.
Yeah, they've never been to the Super Bowl.
You know what? This don't sound bad, but I really don't want them to go. I don't give a fuck about Detroit. I mean, I'm serious, man. Them motherfuckers, what they did. Okay, listen. First of all, what they did to us. I'm saying us. Well, I guess I consider myself I'm a resident of Indiana, but when the malice in the palace. that dude should be in jail. He should still be in jail because that's the equivalent of yelling fire in a crowded movie theater. Is what he did. He threw that beer on Ron Artest,
yeah,
knowing that
he
incited
a riot. Yeah,
he did. He incited a riot, and he's walking away. And the onus went on the players. Y'all can't do that, motherfuckers. They were defending themselves. I mean, Detroit gets away with so much shit. And I think it's a shitty. I shouldn't say this, but I think it's, we might have Detroit fans. But I will say this though.
We do have Detroit fans.
Okay. Look, no offense, but I don't really want them to go to the Super Bowl. I really don't. But then again, I'm not the biggest Niner fan either, but I'd rather have the Niners go than Detroit. I mean, for some reason that coach, he kind of gets on my fucking nerves he's all bravado.
Who, the Niners?
No, the Lions
Detroit,
coach.
Dan Campbell?
Yeah. He one of them old school, let me tell you something. Yo, we're going to win the fight. If we're not going to fight on the field, we'll do it in the locker room. Okay, dude, whatever. But yeah. I mean, you know what, though? But coaches are like that. My brother's a coach, and I was in the locker room with him and his other coaches. And it was in Oklahoma, and I was like, man, you motherfuckers, they say shit, you ain't supposed to say no more. Like, oh fuck, it was kind of refreshing actually. Like, wow, y'all say that really?
Kind of refreshing. You dab a little of the cancel culture on your face. Ooh, this is so refreshing,
dude. I mean, coaches don't give a fuck. They can say they're all in the now, but they're not. They say shit like, "Oh my god." It's kind of like I said. It's kind of refreshing. It really is, man. We live in entertainment, so we're in the entertainment world. It's different. But then again, we live in Indiana, so it's like, it's not like being in LA or New York. That shit only, to me, that cancel culture shit only works in New York and LA. Like, what are you gonna say when you live in Indiana? You can't go to a monster truck show. I mean, what the fuck? How you gonna cancel us? You really can't. We had shows during the pandemic. Remember that shit? We were like, pandemic. Indiana was like, pandemic. Remember that shit? Shut down. What? I mean, I remember we had shows. I remember what's his name? Little Duval came in. Remember he goes, so the virus ain't gonna make it past this right. Because remember we had the chairs the tables were all spread out. He goes, well, I guess the virus ain't gonna make it on stage. He said that at 3 feet wall. I guess, or safe. Remember that shit? I remember opening up for Big J Okerson during that pandemic. Remember, me and you, remember that? Me and you opened up for Big J because he had that chick with her ass cheeks hanging out. Remember that? Some local chick. She showed up with her ass. Remember that? Her ass cheeks hanging out. I was like, she had dirty feet too, I think. If she didn't,
you remember her way better than I did.
Yeah, she was a white bitch that had dirty feet. Of course, I remember. You know me, man. I like that shit. But yeah, I remember that shit. It was like, but I mean, I don't really get into that red blue state shit. But I will say this, yeah, Indiana was like pandemic. I heard of it, I guess, but I mean, I was still working. You know what I mean? I do know that I had to write a handwritten letter to the unemployment agency to get my unemployment, my unemployment. I go, who the fuck writes a handwritten letter in the year 2020, whatever the fuck it was? Like I'm in third grade, like, dear Department of Employment, I want my fucking money.
You had to recall your childhood to get it done.
Yeah. I wrote it in crayon too, just to be, crayon and manila paper, like a paper airplane, and just send it in like this. Yeah, man, it made me so fucking mad. Yeah, bro. Yeah. So,
I have an M on the asshole.
All right, go ahead.
All right, it's a longer one, so bear with me. Okay. Am I the asshole for saying my friend was overreacting about feeling unsafe? I, 15 female, have a scholarship to a private school that would otherwise charge a total of 120k euros.
Damn.
I have a group of 6 close friends, all 14 to 15-year-old girls, who range from middle class to very wealthy. We occasionally have sleepovers at each other's houses, and I'm the only one who's yet to host one. Here's the thing. I live in a council house, basically a house we don't have to pay for, a very lower class house in a lower class neighborhood full of crime, burglaries, robberies, fights, etc.
Whoa. Well, say it again. No, say it again. Say it again.
Burglaries, robberies, fights, etc. My friends,
he's a burglary.
So funny. My friends know that I'm poor, but they never
a dick for that. But I was thinking the same thing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. My friends know that I'm poor, but they never treated me differently for it until now. We planned to stay at my place for the weekend. We went straight to my home after school. On the way, one of my friends kept making remarks about how intimidating the people were in my area, and the others just agreed, including calling this homeless man who came up to us asking for money creepy and perverted. This group of teenagers started randomly harassing and yelling stuff at us, trying to start an argument. And when they left, my friends called them trashy and chavs, a derogatory term for lower class people. Previously, I'd opened up to them about how hard it was to live here and how our house had been vandalized before, and we had to hide our valuables in case of a break-in. I live in a small 2-bedroom flat on the first floor. My bedroom is only a box room that's small enough for my bed to fit exactly on one end. I sleep on a mattress on the floor, and the only furniture I
Sounds
had
like
was
BT's place.
except he's the creepy perverted guy outside. She might be talking about
This would
fucking
be your
BT.
story if it weren't for the Euros.
Oh shit, hold up. The only other furniture I had was a box for storage for when my friends saw they kept giving fake sarcastic compliments about how cozy and tiny it was. Okay. After about an hour, one of my friends called her parents to pick her up and made some excuse about how she suddenly remembered that she had a family thing planned, which I initially believed. Soon, then after, another friend also said she had to leave because she was feeling sick. At this point, I got suspicious, and they eventually realized that they felt unsafe staying over in my neighborhood and wanted to leave. One friend said my house felt dangerous since my mom was working a shift that afternoon and couldn't come home until midnight. And my friend was scared someone might break in, which was so irrational because I'd lived there my whole life and I was fine. She was the richest of us and lived in a huge house and had no idea what it was like to not be privileged. She had an awful experience in a poor neighborhood a few years ago, so I get what she was feeling. But we were literally staying inside, so there's no reason for her to overreact. I told her she was being overdramatic, yet the rest of my friends all agreed with her, saying she was justified in feeling unsafe. I couldn't stand how they made me feel alienated for being poor and how they couldn't even walk in my shoes for one weekend. In the heat of the moment, I said my friends were spoiled brats, and we ended up in a huge argument and ended up canceling the sleepover. Am I the asshole?
Yes. And here's why.
Wait.
I feel like
how's she the
first
asshole?
first of all, I feel like the asshole
She's
for
an-
listening to Malik trying to read. God damn!
I was gonna say
I
she's
listened
an
to him.
asshole for making you say burglaries.
She spelled it the UK way. That's why I was fucking up. It's like mom and mom.
The natural way.
I feel like I had a kid and I was like, come on, son, sound it out. Just sound it out. God damn. That was painful to listen to. I mean, you read it. I mean, the story was okay, but hearing you read it made me go, God damn.
He put the poverty in the story with his reading.
That's right. God damn, Malik. We need education money. The first candidate says money for education, I'm voting for it. I don't care if it's Trump. He says money for education, I'm fucking voting for it. Because that is horrible. That's fucking goddamn horrible.
She's the asshole for inviting her rich friends to her broke ass house. She knew where she lived. You can't name off all the shit you named and expect those people to walk a mile in your shoes for a weekend. For what?
Why would you? Yeah, I mean, no offense, but why would you bring your friends who you know how bad your neighborhood is? You got to hide your valuables just in case somebody breaks in, which means you're anticipating a break in. Fuck that. Why would you bring your friends to that shit? If I were you, I'd act like I was ashamed to be poor and go to their house and steal their shit.
You know, the natural way. What all other poor people do. We don't invite you in, we go to your house.
I mean, honestly, exactly. Why would you invite them over to your fucking shitty ass place? I mean, yeah.
We only had sleepovers with people who lived in the same building as us.
Yeah. Because they knew.
And when they take our shit, we know we can just go back over there and get it.
And, yeah, because you know exactly who took your shit. So yeah, man, I think she's the asshole because she wants people to they don't walk a mile in my shoe. Bitch, nobody wants to walk a mile in poor people's shoes. If you're already, I mean, no offense, but that's just how it is. And I'm sorry.
Yeah, if she didn't prep them for what they was walking into, she's an asshole. Like they're assholes for not understanding her struggle and not giving it a chance. But at the same time, it's like you got what you knew you were gonna get. You asked for it and you got it. I don't know why you mad. You knew your friends would think your crib was trash because you think your crib is trash because you've been to their cribs. So
growing up, did you guys ever have any experience with some poor friends' houses?
We were the poor friends' houses.
So did you just not invite anybody over?
Like I
On the
said,
other,
unless you lived in the same apartments as us, you wasn't spending the night.
No, everybody around us, like we went over their houses, but my mom didn't allow us to spend the night with anybody. You know what I mean? I mean, she didn't. We weren't allowed to spend the night with anybody, so we didn't really do that. It wasn't even in our vocabulary to even think about asking our mom to do that shit.
Dude,
But,
I had
but it,
so many sleepovers at white kids' houses in elementary school. It was nothing.
but you
I
know
went on
what
my
though?
first scavenger hunt, a white birthday party sleepover.
Let me tell you something, man. To be honest, be completely honest, sometimes people get in that white black debate, but man, white people will invite you over and let you see what. Oh, this is what the good life is.
I remember the first time I walked into a pantry and it was full. I was like, "God damn!"
You were like, this is nice, and I go, no wonder they don't want us using this shit because look how fucking nice it is. I mean, it's
They
just the
had
truth,
all
man.
the snacks, bro. When I tell you, they had all the snacks from Truly granola bars to fucking Gushers, fruit by the foot, fruit roll ups. I mean, everything in the aisle at the grocery store that your mama tell you can't touch, they had it in their fucking pantry.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. Yeah, I mean, it's almost hack to say it as a black comic, but it is true, man. When they invite you over and you see all the shit, you go, oh, this is not, and then but it's good.
Uh-oh.
So
Your Wi-Fi is acting like Malik's reading.
like where we're at, how you know.
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna have to repeat that.
We didn't understand the word you said. He froze. Uh-oh. It was going so well.
Though when you like, oh, am I frozen? Am I frozen? Am I frozen? Am I
You're
good?
good now.
Am I frozen up? Am I frozen?
Your picture's still frozen, but
Damn
I
it.
can
Am I
hear you
frozen
now.
down? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, but it was good to see how you could live if you could open your mind up to that. So, it was good though, man. Especially when you're elevating people. So I give the white people credit for who did that. I really do. And the black mothers for trusting their kids not to go over and fuck up white people's shit. Knowing how much of
Oh yeah, you got
you
the
know what I
talking
mean?
to before you got in their car to go. Yeah,
What
absolutely.
was the
Yeah.
poorest moment
Oh,
you guys had growing up? Where you're like, oh man, we're fucked.
You know what? No offense, but we didn't because my dad worked for the post office. He had a good job. My mom worked too. So we never really went without. I mean, I know it sounds bad, but we never really went without. So I don't
It
know.
sounds bad that you never went without. You
That
stayed
doesn't
over their
make any
houses too
sense.
many times.
I don't want to sound like an asshole. Yeah, but yeah, we had it pretty nice.
We had enough to keep the lights on. It's never like we had to, burn candles and, boil water, no shit like that.
Standing around the stove with the stove open.
We had enough money to have no money, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There was no extras, but the essentials were taken care of.
Which is all you can ask for. I mean, you back at it now, man. Your parents put in work, and you almost want to say thank you. I mean, seriously, say. Hey,
I told my dad on his deathbed, I was like, he did a good job.
You know what?
But what you had, you did a good job.
I'm glad you said it because I do my dad do it that way now. I go, hey, daddy, man, I really appreciate all the stuff you did. And my mom, too. Man, I thought my mom was being a bitch a lot of times, but she was trying to keep me out of trouble. I mean, seriously, she was trying to keep me out of trouble. And she was doing the best she could. I mean, yeah, think about what the times were at that time. So, when I thought she was all whatever, it was
what did it
she
feel
just
like
wanted
when
her
you
son to
saw
be,
the world in color
in
for
trouble
the first time?
and whatever. In color, you know what, man? You know what? Seriously.
Wait, were you really alive for that? What was that?
You know what, man? Fuck all y'all. Y'all, why don't y'all can suck my dick from the back, motherfucker. Oh my God. Both you motherfuckers. Yeah, that's y'all just pissed me the fuck off. World in color. But if you think about it, my hometown didn't integrate till 72. So I was only in school.
Your connection sucks, bro. I think you done went over your minutes.
Actually, we're kind of right. No, it's like it's like if you think about it, our school didn't integrate till 72. So I was probably the first class that had, mixed race. I mean, seriously, 72. So by the time I started going to school, we had just started integrating. So the trouble started when I
We're
went
gonna
there.
see Jerry Jones outside.
You know what? Fuck you, man. Yeah, me and
Waiting for
Jerry.
He was supposed to back Ruby up that day, but he was late.
No, he was too busy on the grassy knoll. No, yeah, but yeah, man. I think it was that was a decent time growing up, and I applaud both parents for trying to get shit to work out that way. You know what I mean? Because I mean, no matter where we grew up at, I think we had it better than some place. Like you go deep down south, and it's like you can tell, oh, this shit ain't going nowhere. I mean, that's where you go.
Like LA.
Like, we need Lower Alabama. You mean Lower Alabama? Shit, man. Yeah. I mean, sometimes you go down south, you go, yeah, it's never gonna get to that point. Like, hey, buddy, can I come over? No, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But someplace you see them trying. Like, come on, in Indiana, I really see there's a try there. I mean, you can see people trying. Well, inside the city, you can see them really trying. You go to Beach Grove at that Walmart, and you go, no.
I would say you haven't been to Beach Grove recently.
That Beach Grove Walmart is straight up. That is white people behaving badly, against each other though, which is good. So
it's not just the Walmart; it's the whole city.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you're not gonna. I mean, but I do see a try with people, which I mean, I really do. I'm not even saying that as a we should overcome moment and everything's hunky dory. But I really do see it. People. I mean, I do see
like
people,
Tim Scott's try and Nikki Haley's try.
Tim Scott, if you held a mirror of the Tim Scott's face, he'd probably say he wasn't black. I swear to God, he wouldn't. I mean,
all I see is an American. That shit pissed me off. I hate when they do that bullshit. All I see is an American. I'm like,
I mean, but you know what? Though, think about it. If it's that bad, then that says something about the voter. They don't trust that vote, their constituents. They don't trust their group to think outside that box. So they have to say it like that. I mean, just American needs to just say, look in the mirror. Yes, we are, but we're trying to get better. Say that shit. Don't be like, no, we're in a racist country. So what is the KKK? What are they? Just a real intense HOA? I mean, come on, man. Let's be honest.
They're a fringe organization that doesn't really bother anyone. I mean, they have less than 300,000 members. It's not. That's the excuse they use.
But that's what I'm saying, though. I mean, the history of this country. Just listen.
They only bother a minority group of people.
They only bother the minority of the minorities. So just admit it, so we can move on. People try, and I mean, I think that would help so much, but they don't, and that's why we're here. But then again, if it wasn't for them, black comics wouldn't have anything to talk about. So thank you, America. I appreciate it.
Did you see Dave Chappelle on stage with D. Ray Davis talking about the Cat Williams interview?
No, where'd you find that at? Where was that at?
So, Warren B. Hall sent it to me. I'll have to send it to you. Basically, Dave was saying Cat shouldn't have called out the people he called out the way he called them out, basically, and that stuff's supposed to be kept in house, and it was a bad look. And D-Ray was arguing, nah, he kept it real, and we appreciate that. And they were kind of going back and forth. It's an interesting little, because this was done in the comedy club and somebody recorded on their cell phone. It's kind of a crappy quality video, but I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you too, Malik, if you haven't seen it.
Thanks. And at the same time, I saw a thing of Cat. He said he's going to record a special in Cleveland. Kevin's home. No, not Cleveland. Philadelphia. Mm-hmm. And he called out. He gave Kevin a $1 million bet. He goes, "We can do it any way you want. You basketball court, boxing, on stage, whatever." He just. I mean, it's like.
But I think that was from 2016.
It seemed like it was now. I mean, I don't know though, because he said he's going to Philadelphia to film a special, and it seemed like it was now. But who knows?
Where was he? Where was he at the?
He was at the airport getting ready to get on a private plane.
That was old. Yeah.
Okay.
That was old.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But still, man, I don't know what the deal. But you know what? He reminds me of my mechanic, and I hate my mechanic. So that's probably a little bit reason why I don't really vibe with Cat right now. Cat Williams. I just think, I mean,
you don't like what he did?
no, I really don't. And I mean, me and Vince actually talked about this, and it's like, no, they talked about him first, so he came back on him. So, and it's got to be real, because if you listen to the responses that Cedric and Steve say, it's more like, man, I'm just trying to be positive. And so in a way, it's like they never really disputed what he said. They just like, they're trying to say, hey, we should just move on to something. You know what I mean? It's like when somebody think they're all big and bad, they want to fight somebody, and then they know who they're gonna get beat up by, says something shit soon, and they go, hey, look, man, it's too much black on black violence, man. We need to get together, and you know what I mean?
They don't
bullshit.
address the issue. They just try to say, oh, he's, this is just another one of those tactics to separate us, as we all need to come together, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we could do that after you address what he said. Okay, because if what he said was wrong, then as a collective, we will chastise him. But if ain't what he said wrong, then no, you need to answer for it. Why are y'all stealing jokes? Why are y'all, gatekeeping or whatever it is y'all doing?
Well, I mean, if we're gonna talk about, I know for a fact. You remember, I said this, I think I said this on this podcast. I had a buddy named James Hanna. James Hanna wrote for Steve Harvey's show. Okay, during the Def Jam days, Steve would say that shit is project-ish. Okay, James Hanna came up with the phrase that shit is ghetto, and you see where that went. And that's around the world now, pretty much. I mean, you know what I mean? It should ghetto. People just take it for granted saying that's ghetto. James Hanna came up with that. I knew James, and he died, got rest his soul, which is $50 I will never get back because he owed me $50. But anyway, he came up. He came up with that
bought
shit.
A fucking pot with that.
Yeah,
You've been cooking with spatulas
and a broom and a dustpan. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah.
How you got it worse than the Jeffersons? 40 years later.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere in 40 years.
You moving on down
to the suburbs. Yeah. But it's the truth though, man. So I knew about that. Everybody knows. I mean, my buddy told me that he was working with Cedric one time, and they were just shooting the shit. And that was when James Brown went to jail. He goes, yeah, James Brown is now he's prisoner, blah, 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 317. And he heard Cedric on the radio but that was in, how comics just talk shit. And Cedric took that, put on the radio. And so I don't know if that's a stolen joke, but that was from a conversation. So
yeah, it's a stolen joke. If somebody else gives it to you and you take it like it's yours.
But everybody knows that. So, I mean, I knew all that shit, but I don't know why you put that out there like that. So, I mean.
So now they have to answer for it moving forward. You say, okay, let's say we all need to come together, right? How can we come together if you and I universally don't agree on how we should be moving publicly or privately? Like, if we're not in lockstep in public or in private, what's the unity? Where's the unity there? If you out here ripping people off, stealing jokes, gatekeeping behind closed doors, in public, I'm supposed to let that just smile and let that shit ride? No,
you got a great. I mean, no, seriously, that is a great point, and that's the truth. I mean, it's like because we all know the ones that are full of shit, like the like the comics that come from LA, they come to the Midwest, and I'm like, hey, Mary, come out to LA, look me up, and you do, and they're like, I don't know, you know what I mean, or whatever, or they'll steal your joke and take it back to LA and act like it's theirs, or whatever. So yeah, I can see your point on that. I really do. I see your point on that, and
I'm just saying, Steve Harvey, Ricky Smiley, Cedric Tanner all went on interviews beforehand, and they could address anything that Cat said about them. And they chose not to. They could have been like, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I want to clear the air and issue this apology. At this point in my career, I was, doing whatever I thought it was necessary. Like, if they'd have went from that angle and just like, yeah, I did it, my bad, they would have. The public apologies would have been a lot more respected, as opposed to what you said. They come on, look, we all just need to come together and move past this. I'm like, so. You're gonna serve the sentence but not admit guilt? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. No,
that's
I get
what it
you,
sounds
man.
like.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I do. I hate that it came to this, and now it's like all just it's just ugly. I don't like it at all. But like you said, man, I mean, that is a great point, because Steve is always. I mean, you all heard the rumors about all of them, actually. If you've worked with them or adjacent to them, you've heard shit. So you know, maybe Cat had his feel. He was sick of him. He goes, fuck it, man. I get as much money as they do, and I'm gonna spill the beans. I don't give a fuck. And obviously that's what he did. So, and at the perfect time too, because he's got a tour coming up. So, you know,
Yeah, it's
hey,
one of those things where I understand Dave Chappelle's point where it's like, even though I'm that nigga, you don't never catch me saying I'm that nigga in public. And he goes, I don't never shit on anybody I disagree with. You know, he's supposed to keep that shit in house. And he's like, white boys don't do it. And, you know, people were like, Cat, don't give a fuck about what white people think. And, you know, I think that aspect of the argument is interesting because, again, you know, we see ourselves separate from them. They don't see themselves in our groups when it comes to comedy, but we're all working towards the same thing. We all want the same thing, whether you're, you know, Bert Kreischer or Cat Williams doing 100 city tours. You know, they're both doing shit like that. So it's like, you know, when they have beef with each other, I kind of feel like they do the same thing. I mean, you know, that Joe Rogan Carlos Mencia thing. Granted, Mencia is not white, but you know, there was beef in the comedy scene behind that. So,
but you know what? But that was one of the few. I mean, that was one of the few where people. But I do remember white comics coming after Dan Cook and Louis C.K. had a little thing going, you
yeah,
know. And so, I don't think it ever got viral to the point everybody saw it. But then again, that was a different time. Social
yeah,
media wasn't as prevalent.
yeah. I
So,
think that was the
you know,
MySpace days.
yeah, it actually was. No, it really was. That's how Dane Cook got the whole Saturday Night Live. But I do remember the Joe Rogan Mencia was a big one. But you know what? Props to Joe Rogan on that because everybody knew Mencia was stealing shit. Everybody knows. And Joe Rogan called him out. And Joe Rogan's the one that lost a lot. I mean, granted, he
Yeah.
bounced back big time, but he's the one that lost. He lost every they all dropped him, which goes to show you the where society or where entertainment is. They dropped him instead of their joke stealing ass client. You know what I mean? So,
Because he was a
so
bigger draw at the time.
yeah, he's a bigger draw, and then you know, look at Joe. So good. That's good on that. That's
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to put some more minutes on your phone, bro.
like you know, get
Oh my God. I apologize for BT's technical difficulties to anybody who's watching this podcast. As you know, he has a Cricket Obama phone. So yeah, what he did tell you about his apartment is that his cellular service is also paid for in the same manner that which he buys.
So we're not saying. Say again. What'd you say?
I was just roasting your Wi-Fi. I said you buy your minutes like you buy your kitchen utensils, 1 gig at a time, which is why you're
Man,
slowing down.
well, it's not that. It's just that I'm in Mexico, man. So fuck it. Sometimes you get sometimes it's like that, bro.
How long are you gonna
Sometimes it's
be in
like
Mexico?
just tonight. I'm picking up a shift tomorrow. Picking up a shift tomorrow. It's cool, man. They're working I'm on one of the big, we call it the XL ships. I'm on the XL ship. So I'm doing like four or five shows tomorrow, and then 5 shows the next day. So I'm doing like 10 shows in 2 days, and then I fly out night in Charleston, trying to get lynched, and then I pick up another ship. So I'm good. My brother hates Charleston. He thinks it's all racist. But it was white. Even she goes, my girlfriend was white. She goes,
We
yeah, you know,
we
Charleston's
got it.
kind of racist. But you know what? I kind of like it. I just thought that was shit.
Yeah, because you're freezing and
Hey,
your shit just sounds
hey,
terrible.
hey,
So go ahead.
hey, what? The would you rather's anymore? We gotta get some
No,
would you rather's.
we don't have time
God
for it.
damn it!
So I'll mention it
After
in the
the
post. I'll mention it. Thank you guys for tuning to
okay,
another episode of Sorry We're Canceled. Make sure you go to buymeacoffee.com/Sorry We're Canceled. Become a member of the Cancel Crew for as little as $6. You can also pick up our t-shirt. We have 2 separate designs, which will be shipped directly to you for $25. So with free shipping. So make sure you guys check that out. Also, continue to tell your friends and neighbors and anybody else who listen to become a subscriber to the Sorry We're Canceled podcast on all platforms, but especially YouTube. That one helps us the most. I think that's it. Thank you guys for tuning into another episode of Sorry We're Canceled. As we say at this time, I'm Dion Curry.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Time. I'm T. I'm BT. That's Dion. Like we say by this time, you know the word.
J E E E E E E E E set.